Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So last night, United beat Real Betis 4-1. And today we're looking at the news surrounding Manchester United's takeover as it goes into that second phase where potential bidders look at the books and all those kind of things and enter the negotiations with the Glazer family for Manchester United. We'll be looking at the latest in the takeover. We'll be looking at the news that Harry Kane has been identified by Erik ten Hag as his main priority in the summer. He wants Harry Kane in, according to these reports. We'll be looking at all those things as well as much more and getting some reaction to last night's win as well. I want you lot to get your thoughts in the comments below too. Let me know what you're thinking about last night's game, about the news reports surrounding the takeover, and of course these news reports surrounding Harry Kane. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're keeping it locked. Hit that subscribe button. But right now we'll get stuck into the latest on the takeover. And they're saying Elliott management have made it through to the second stage of the Manchester United sale process. The US hedge fund group has submitted a proposal for financing which is open to all parties. They don't want to buy United. Now this is the deal. This is according to Sky Cafe. This is the deal where it would see the Glazers remain and Elliott management will provide them funding. We also heard the Qataris would walk away from their bid to buy Manchester United if the price is not right. Sheikh Jassim is ready to buy for a fair price, but he will not be held to ransom. We also heard from the Telegraph, Sheikh Jassim is offering to buy out the Glazers and Manchester United's minority shareholders in their entirety, clear the club's debts and invest in a new stadium, training ground and playing squad. That's what we heard from the Telegraph. Now, it's funny that you're hearing all these different things. The Elliott management group in the second stage, given the fact that we heard Jim Ratcliffe's group was in the second stage, the Qatari group was in the second stage. Then you hear the Qataris say, actually, we'll walk away. We're not happy with, people milking all this money out of. It's clear that this is negotiations that are going ahead. Now, obviously, I have no doubt that the Elliott management group are probably a group that want to help be a part of it. But we also heard a couple of days ago as well that it was all looking set to go for a full sale. And as much as the Glazers do worry me that they will stay around, I don't think they go this far if they expect to do that. Knowing the reaction that would come, they'd find it difficult to get any sponsors in if the reaction... Like, I can see them looking to get out of there with all this money right now. And therefore, I think it will happen. And if it does happen, it could happen by the end of this month. We've also been reading in this last week as well. It just does feel like negotiation tactics at the minute. We've seen it on a number of occasions as well. The Glazers are well open to staying. And then, it looks like a full sale is going to happen. They do this with transfers as well. Ins and outs, ups and downs. We do, we don't, we will, we won't. It's typical Glazer tactics. It's weird to see it play out on such a public stage. But it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. And I'm sure once this second phase is well underway and is close to an end, we'll be much closer to finding out who is going to buy Manchester United. In this second phase, they'll be looking at the books, they'll be looking at the debt, they'll be looking at, all the infrastructure at the club, the financial background, whilst also negotiating with the Glazers. And the Glazers having that Elliott management group fund there as an option always gives them that way out so that they can, reject offers. And being able to reject offers is huge for these lot because it means that they can try and crank that price up even more. And that's what they'll be trying to do at this moment in time. Someone that will be trying to crank the price up on their player in the summer is Spurs with Harry Kane. And we hear from the MEN, Samuel Lockhurst, to take it with a pinch of salt. The reliability there isn't great. But he says Harry Kane is Ten Hag's prime striker target to reinforce the Man United attack in the summer. And we have heard this from a number of places as well. And it comes a day after. Look, it was great to see Wout Weghorst score in the end at Old Trafford. But he missed sitter after sitter after sitter. And in my opinion, I've seen a lot of people getting a bit wild around everything. Like, it's great to see him buzzing to score. It's great to see him working hard and, really committed to the cause and loving life at Manchester United. But ultimately, he's not good enough, whether as a backup or as the main man. And United clearly need to bring in a striker or two, maybe two in the summer. Do you know what I mean? Because we've seen Anthony Martial can't be relied upon. If you bring in a striker, you're going to need a backup. So United possibly need two strikers in the summer. And Wout Weghorst for me isn't one of those. As much as I like seeing him running around and all those kind of things, and he's just not got enough quality in front of goal. And even some of the stuff like, yes, he presses really well and he breaks up play at times as well really well. But sometimes he'll go up for headers and it just doesn't seem to hit him. It's really odd. I don't know. It's just, look, if you want someone to press well from the play Wan-Bissaka there, he'd probably scored 2 in 15 as well. Look, that's probably a bit harsh, but I just don't think he's good enough to be a Man United player. There's a reason why he was at Burnley. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, God loves him. I hope he scores a few more goals. And he works his socks off and he's facilitating for others. Long may that continue this season. But I hope we don't make it permanent, because we should be looking to sign at least 2 more players in that position. Rather than making Wout Weghorst a permanent deal. In my opinion. Anyway, let me know what you lot are thinking about that in the comments below. But like I said, Harry Kane, Ten Hag's prime striker target to reinforce the Man United attack in the summer. And after we missed all those chances, you do think someone like Harry Kane in that position, you're scoring 6-7. One of the things for me with Harry Kane is, you saw the money Spurs have rejected in the past. Even with a year left on his deal, you're probably going to have to pay a lot of money for him. He's had a few injury problems. Like, I know you're probably going to get 2-3 really good years out of him, Van Persie style. But should you be looking more long term for the price that's possibly at? Maybe. I think maybe. I don't know. But again, if you come to Manchester United, I think it would be a great signing. It'll be an immediate impact. And where you've got Osimhen, for example, who's another guy that comes into mind when you're thinking of a striker. I think Ivan Toney as well. But Osimhen, for example, here, is not tested in the Premier League yet. That's not to say he won't do well in the Premier League, but there's always that risk there. Whereas with Harry Kane, there isn't really that risk. So, yeah, I'm a bit torn on it, but it would be a great signing. And it's not my money, is it? But yeah, Harry Kane linked to United. Eric Ten Hag must have seen all those chances squandered and thought, bloody hell, get me that guy from Spurs. He'll stick him in. But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the Glazers are serious about potentially staying? Do you think we will eventually see the Qataris or Jim Ratcliffe or someone take over the club? Is Harry Kane the guy for United and Ten Hag? Let us know in the comments below. I'll see you soon.